Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy Evans of Dreamwinds Equine Assisted Learning Center, and I welcome to another Grad Spotlight. I'm excited to be interviewing Dayana Sovran today. Dayana is one of our Dreamwinds graduates, and she operates Aligned Wellness out of Flamborough, Cambridge area, right on the border there. Welcome, Dayana. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hey, Tracy, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Tell us about your business. Tell us a little bit about Aligned Wellness and what you do there.
Well, Aligned Wellness is a wellness business. I take a holistic approach to personal development and essentially specialize in leveraging empowerment and personal development.
Awesome. And so what brought you to the field of equine assisted learning?
Well, I had initially started out in the form of coaching one-on-one and in that it was human to human and very fulfilling work. And later in life, like within the last few years, I happened upon a horse of a friend, and that was like a beautiful marriage between myself and horses, and involving them within my business and helping people understand alignment, what alignment is, that aligning your mind and how you feel, and saying what you mean, and leveraging that empowerment that is really quite done through experiential learning. And practice and words are just words and knowledge, but once you get in there and you have that experience, you learn a lot about yourself. Take the courage to open up and look inside of yourself. And working with a horse, I just find so profound. And I found anyone that I've also worked with, I'll get the call or the message after a session where they're really pondering, and so much opens up for them after the experience as well. So it's just such an enriching experience that I can't fathom life without. It's just such a passion of mine, and again, it doesn't even feel like work. It's just
Exactly. Wonderful.
amazing. Yeah.
Excellent. So what do you love most about it? And if you have a favorite story you want to share about some of your sessions, that would be awesome.
Well, I love how they force us to be honest. Now, when we speak about the power of like positive thinking and such, words are words. Like, you can't fake it till you make it, and you can't get in front of a horse and fake it until you make it, because they hear what you mean. They don't speak your language. It's spending time in a forum with another sentient being who is looking for trust, and that's where the leader in you becomes, is that trust. And that's starting with honesty. And even if that's a crap ass place or something like that, as long as you're honest, and then you can begin to calibrate to that positive vantage point. And they're just such a wonderful, non-judgmental. They just give you and respond to you in kind, and without any sort of judgment commentary. And I think it's a lot easier for the human on the other side of that. You're standing there and you're not really, a lot of times people are thinking what someone else is thinking. Well, when you're standing there in front of this beast, this gentle beast, mostly, it's just joking. It's just a different experience. And again, experiential learning, I'm just such a huge proponent in that, because we can talk about it, but once you get in there and you learn to utilize your emotional guidance system, and I don't mean that in terms of feelings, I feel happy or sad, it's just you're feeling, honing your intuition and therefore your instinct. And once you're practicing that, you can take that anywhere with you, whether you're taking that to work with you, taking that to school, taking that into relationships within your home, any of that. A funny story was one of my first one-on-one clients. She'd come in, and her main concern that I had been aware of prior to the session was relationships, just changing that pattern of relationship that had been one after the other in her life. And I guess being left had been her dominating feeling when she came in, that I was aware of, but she hadn't spoken it yet, because we had just started, and my mare had come in and came up to her, and then she proceeded to walk out to the door and try to leave. And I'm like, this is a wonderful example. Like, what is the number one thing that's barely been bothering you? Someone leaving you. And she demonstrated it. And then, we kind of got into that, and she got into her one-on-one, doing some exercises with with Piper the mare, and it worked out really well afterwards. But it was just the initial, their honesty, and they don't care, whether it's going to hurt someone's feelings or not. 'Cause it's not about feelings. It's really about utilizing and leveraging that inner guidance, instinct and intuition.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And I love how I find that people listen to the horse. I mean, you can talk about your challenges, you can talk about your feelings with somebody, and you can get that coaching and advice. But when it comes from the horse, people have a heightened awareness and they own their stuff. I find they really see it, they really feel it, and they embrace it, where they may not if they're hearing it from somebody else in the same way, that experience. Yeah. And I love how
Yeah.
you've married the two things. You've really brought an intuitive approach to our objective-based curriculum. And it just shows the flexibility of what you're able to create. You've taken your strengths in that intuitive coaching and personal development and been able to augment that and bring our curriculum of exercises in to support the intuitive work that you're doing, which is just amazing. All right, fantastic. So tell me, Day, what programs do you have coming up? What's next for you?
Well, currently, I've just released an offering for first responders to take a wellness break. So that is a special that I've put out there. Aside from that, camps didn't run in the summer, so now I'm just looking to restart those again, not camp-wise, but in terms of leadership programs for high schoolers. For September and October, all of our activities will be done outside in small groups, so that is something that that's going to be coming out this week. And other than that, just one-on-one sessions, helping people get into their zone and hit their goals and have sustained, personal transformational change. So that's where I'm at right now.
And are these programs booked custom, or do you have a set schedule for those for the most part?
For the leadership, the programs, those will be set by the curriculum, of the building block curriculum. The one-on-one sessions, those are customizable depending on, where somebody may be at, but everything is customizable. From that viewpoint for me.
Okay. And then do they just contact you to book a session? So even the first responders, that they can schedule it based on their availability, I'm assuming?
Yes, I can be reached on Facebook. Facebook page is Aligned Wellness Coaching through Messenger or through my website. You can send email. It's alignedwellness.ca. And generally then I'll respond via email.
Excellent. And we'll make sure that that contact information is on the next slide when we wrap up here. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Dayana. It's been a pleasure to catch up with you again, and really excited about your upcoming programs. And so if you're looking for great wellness programs in the Flamborough, Cambridge area, be sure to get in touch with Dayana. Individual or group sessions are available. So a very flexible program with lots of great results. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Take care.